What's up guys at Focus, and this is going to be the ammo guide. It's been highly requested off of Tarkov and off some YouTube, so this is gonna be it. Finally bringing it to you guys. Now this is gonna be pulling off of the website and pulling off of experiments I've done in game. I've conducted a lot of things, and I've noticed there's certain things that make a difference and don't. But we're gonna be looking at some main things. First off, we're gonna be looking at the rarity of it, because some of the ammo you can get 9x18 is extremely rare. The vendors sell it, but they go out of it within seconds, kind of like the US dollars off Peacekeeper. So that's going to be taking into account mainly just for that type of ammo, but we're going to be looking at muzzle velocity, damage, penetration chance, penetration, ricochet chance, and then of course the total price of that ammo. And that's all based off of per bullet, so not a group of it. But let's get on with it. Alright, so to start the list off, we're just going to be looking at the shotguns. And there's only two types of ammo for shotguns in the game right now, and that is the buckshot and the slug. Now, looking at the buckshot first, the muzzle velocity on that is 1,050 feet per second, or 320 meters a second. Its damage is about 13. This is the only unique thing about this one. It's got 8 pellets per shot. That's really not important. But the penetration chance is 20%, and the overall penetration is 5. Now, the ricochet chance is 0. Can't ricochet off the shotgun. Price is about 55 rubles a shot, so that's overall not too bad. Now, looking at the slug, muzzle velocity is 370 meters a second, or 1,214 feet a second. I flipped those for you. I'm not taking sides. Damage is 50 on this. The slug is incredible. Now the penetration chance is 25%, and the overall penetration is 15. No ricochet on this one either, but the price on that is 82 rubles a shot. So, you know, just looking at the page and everything, and then doing some tests on it, slugs obviously go further distances, hence the muzzle velocity on there. But that's the one I always use. I don't roll shotgun much anymore, but if I ever do roll a Saiga or anything on factory, I always roll the slugs. So recommended, slug. Alright, so now let's move on to 5.56, which is for the Colt M4A1. There's only two types of this one, the 5.56mm ball and 5.56mm FMJ. Everybody uses the FMJ, and it's the choice to go. The FMJ and the ball are almost identical, other than that the ball having a much lower pen chance and penetration overall. So obviously you're going to have to go with the FMJ. Muzzle velocity on the FMJ is 936 meters a second, or 3,071 feet a second. The damage is 65. Penetration chance is 20%. Penetration is 36. Ricochet chance is 10%, and the price of it is 34 cents. Because you have to buy US dollars for 5.56, and just in case you want to know, the ball is 68 cents a round. That's just a rough estimate. Because the price difference and the overall penetration and damage and everything, since they're almost the same, FMJ should be your choice to go every time. So recommended, FMJ. Alright, now moving over to the AK variant. This one's for the AK-74N and AKS. There's only two types of ammo worth mentioning on this one. That is the 5.45 by 39mm PS and the 5.45 39mm PP. Starting off with the PS, it's a steel core round. Muzzle velocity is 2,920 feet per second, 890 meters a second. Damage is 50. Penetration chance is 20%. Penetration is 35. Ricochet chance is 10%, and the overall price per round is 16 rubles. Moving over to the PP, this one is an enhanced penetration bullet. The muzzle velocity is 890 meters a second, or 2,920 feet per second. The damage is 45. Penetration chance is 50. Penetration is 32. The ricochet chance is 10%, and the price per round is 22 rubles. Now, they both have their weaknesses and their advantages, but I would recommend the 5.45 by 39mm PS, and that is because As well as the PP being so good at penetration, most people are not running fort armor. Most people are running soft armor. So the 545 is already going to have great penetration power on that soft armor. So as both are good, I recommend the PS round. Soft armor is just terrible in general, like I said. And since it's used most, the higher penetration and the better damage is much greater when in combat with somebody with soft armor. So with that said, recommended 545 39mm PS. Now here's just another little tip I was going to add in there. This is things that some people do. I usually run the M4, so I don't really use this, but if you are going to run an AK variant, then this is somewhat of a good tip. Load a couple tracers into the magazine first, about 3 to 5 tracers. So whenever you're getting low in your magazine and you start seeing the tracer bullets, then you know you have to reload soon. Alright, so just go ahead and get this out of here. The DVL-10 takes a 308 round, and there's only one 308 round in the game. It's called a regular 308 round. So go ahead and use that one. It's pretty good. Recommended 308 round. Alright, moving on to the SV98. There are two choices. You got the 7.62x54R 7N1, and you got the 7.62x54R SNB. Now they're all exactly the same pretty much, minus some very small tweaks that don't mean anything, but the significant difference is the 7N1's muzzle velocity is much higher, sitting at 2,707 feet per second or 825 meters a second. So that should be the choice that you want to go with. The damage for that is 90, penetration chance is 50%, penetration is 45, ricochet chance is 10%, and the cost per bullet is 220 rubles. So, a recap from this: recommended 7.62x54R 7N1. Alright, so like the SKS weapons, just like the DVL-10 with a 308 round, there's only one round for the SKS. It's a 7.62x39mm PS. It's great, use it, recommended 7.62x39mm PS. Alright, moving over to the VSS and the AS VAL. There's two types. You got the 9x39mm SP5 and the 9x39mm SP6. So the SP5 is a steel core round. Muzzle velocity is 290 meters a second or 951 feet per second. It's 82 damage, 10% penetration chance, 23 penetration, and the ricochet chance is 5%. The price per round is 165 rubles. Moving on to the SP6, it's a half-jacketed, high-carbon steel core. The muzzle velocity on that is 305 meters a second or 1,001 feet per second. The damage is 67. The penetration chance is 10%, penetration is 28, ricochet chance is 5%, and the price per round is 187 rubles. So you can really use either one on these. There's really no set difference other than the damage being much lower, but the muzzle velocity on the one with lower damage, which is the SP6, is much higher. So overall though, the recommended choice that I would have to say is the steel core, which is the 9x39mm SP5. Alright, moving over to the 9x19 ammo. This is used in the standard Glock pistol or the P22, and it's also used in the MPX and the MP5, which is probably most common what it's used for, and probably why people want to know which variant of ammo is different. There's only two types. There's a 9x19mm FMJ and 9x19mm PST GZH. Now, just taking a look at them, starting with the FMJ, the muzzle velocity is 352 meters a second, or 1,155 feet per second. Damage is at 35. Penetration chance is 10%. Penetration is 26. And the ricochet chance is 5%. Now, price, this one's where it gets kind of different. You can buy either with rubles or US dollars. For US dollars, it's 39 cents a round, and for rubles, it's 38 rubles a round. Now, moving over to the 9x19 PST GZH, muzzle velocity is 458 meters a second, or 1,503 feet a second. Damage is 35. Penetration chance is 10%. Penetration is 25. Ricochet chance is 5%. The price is 20 rubles, or 21 cents in US dollars. So, recommended round, is the 9x19 PST GZH. It beats the FMJ hands down. Alright, moving over to the TT pistol. There's a couple rounds I've been practicing with, but in the moments that I've been practicing with them, I've noticed there's only one round that really stands out, and that is the 7.62x25mm TT LRN PC. You can buy this from the trader, Pavel to be exact. This one is a sport hunting round. Muzzle velocity is 470 meters a second, or 1,542 feet per second. Damage is at 52. Penetration chance is 10%. Penetration is 23. Ricochet chance is 5%. Now this costs about 25 rubles a shot. So overall for the TT pistol, recommended round, 7.62x25mm TT LRN PC. Alright, moving over to the 9x18mm. This is kind of for the Makarov variant. There's three that are a must pick up if you can get to them. The PM SP7 GZH, the PM PPE GZH, or the PM SP8 GZH. Now these ones are sold out proper, but they go extremely fast. They are sold out within seconds, so you're going to want to get there quick. That's the best way to get them. You can find them in crates, but they're really rare to find them in the ammo boxes. But if you do get in, hold on to them and try and stack them up. Be the first one at the shop to buy them if you can, because you will want to have them. The damage and stats on them are insanely good. Now the PM SP7 GZH has the highest damage at 60, so that's the one you want if you want to go for damage. It's got the best muzzle velocity as well, but the muzzle velocity is setting at 1,378 feet a second, or 420 meters a second. But those are for the rare types, and I don't want to add in rare types because they're really hard to get your hands on. You can get your hands on them, but not a whole lot of them. So let's move on to the next best type, which offers the next best amount of damage and muzzle velocity and every stat that you want, but it's extremely abundant, and you can get your hands on it just by going to the trader and dropping a bunch of rubles on it. Now that ammo type is the PM PS GS PPO. The muzzle velocity on it is 330 meters a second, or 1,083 feet a second. Damage is at 39. Penetration chance is 10%. Penetration is 5, and the ricochet chance is 5%. Now these are 30 rubles a round. They're much easier to get compared to those other rare types, and like I said, they're extremely abundant. So recommended bullet, 9x18mm PM PS GS PPO, only because of its abundance to get. If you can get your hands on the other three, I definitely would recommend any of those over this one. Alright, that's going to do it for the ammo guide. We went over every type of ammo and gave the recommended choice for every type of ammo that's used in every gun in the game as of right now. Tarkov plans on adding hundreds of more types of guns and ammo per gun, so I'll have to do another guide in the near future when they've updated their game a little bit and came out with more ammo. But until then, these are the best ammo choices that you can get. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you could, hit that like button and subscribe for more content.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean and no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, 'cause